Hey guys, I'm sure many of you have come across this viral video that's gotten millions of views, claiming to be Charlie Kirk's final ride home. I'm not sure if the misspelling here of Kirk as Crick was intentional or not. Maybe it was done by chance, or maybe it's a way for the publisher, who's from India, to dodge accountability. If they get called out, they can easily say, well, we never said this was for Charlie Kirk. This is Charlie Crick. Anyhow, either way, I think I can prove that this is not even Charlie Crick's final journey home. So stick around for the evidence. First off, let's look at the white hearse here in the viral video. If you'll notice, you'll see flashing dash lights as well as lights on top of the hearse. Now let's compare that to the image of the white hearse in Phoenix. The white hearse here in Phoenix has no lights on top or even dash lights, where again the viral video clearly does. Also take note to the motorcycles. Where are they all? There are something like 50 in this viral video if you take the time to count them. So let's look closely at the traffic flow in the opposite direction of the procession. If you look close, you'll notice a white box truck with the letters on the back of it, ABCO. Being curious, of course, I Googled it, and this happens to be an HVAC company, which is solely based in the New Jersey or northeastern part of the United States, as shown here by the Google search. This is nowhere near Utah or Arizona. So even though I'm just now pointing this out, one of the very first things I noticed was the ladder truck parked on the overpass flying our beautiful flag. Maybe because I've been in the fire service for a super long time that I notice things like this, but if you look at the lettering on the ladder truck, even a little blurry, you can see it says Fort Lee Fire Department. Now, being already skeptical that this area did not look like Phoenix or Utah, I Googled whether there was a Fort Lee in either of these states. And as you can see right here, there is not. Let's keep going with this. I Googled both the Fort Lee Fire Department and police departments, and I found a Facebook video which actually shows them getting ready for a funeral procession and their involvement in it. If you look closely, Ladder 2, the Fort Lee Fire Department ladder truck that we just pointed out, happens to be sitting on Center Street flying our big, beautiful U.S. flag. Also note the apartment building with the two-tone contrasting colors that is behind the ladder truck. Now if I show you this location with Google Maps, you can see the same two-tone apartment building right there on the left. Now you might say, wait a minute, I see actually two clearance signs, when in the viral video it only shows the one sign that says 14 foot 3 inches. Well, let me show you why that is. Let's go up the freeway a little bit and turn around and get a different direction, which happens to be the same direction that the viral video was shot. And what do you see in the same clearance sign? 14 foot 3 inches. If you're really paying attention, you may have caught a number 4 on the pavement with a circle around it. And what does that stand for? That's Route 4. That tells the traffic that if they want to go to Route 4, they better be in this lane. Now, there used to be a Route 4 in Utah, but that has changed back to I-90 back in the early 1960s, I guess. Also Googling it, there is a Route 4 in Arizona, but it's in Flagstaff, which is 144 miles away from Phoenix. Alright guys, I think I've proved and left you wondering long enough for who exactly this viral funeral procession video was for. Let's go back to that Fort Lee Facebook video real quick and take a listen on who they were honoring.
Are lining the highway here as the funeral procession for fallen NYPD officer Islam makes its way through the borough. We're just here to honor the officer for his ultimate sacrifice that he made earlier in the week.
He's coming to New Jersey to us. It's the best we can do to welcome him to New Jersey, to his home, his final resting place. We thank him, and God will help him and his family. Rest in peace, Officer Islam.
If you didn't catch that, it was for Officer Islam. For those of you that do not know Officer Diderul Islam, he was a NYPD officer who was shot and killed while working off-duty as a security guard in the NFL building in downtown New York back in July of 2025. I want to show you a screenshot from the Daily Voice detailing some of the routes that his procession took. You can clearly read who it's for, but one key note is it states it was filmed by a Nick Tomaso on Linwood Avenue in Fort Lee, which would face the Center Street overpass of I-95, as I've pointed out. And if that's not enough for you, I think I've saved the best for last. Here's another Daily Voice screenshot of Officer Islam, as well as a clear screenshot of his funeral procession that was used in this false claiming India viral video. You know, I didn't know Charlie Kirk personally, but I watched many of his interviews and debates, especially after the shocking events of his assassination on September 10th. Regardless of where you stand politically, no one deserves to go out like that. This man devoted his life to speaking out on what he believed, and whether you agree or not, that takes a lot of guts. I also want to honor Officer Diderul Islam, who, as you know, is the NYPD officer in the real funeral video, who gave his life in true uniformed service. My only goal in making this video was to bring truth to both stories and show each of these men the respect and dignity that they truly deserve. Let's stop using funerals for fake content just to chase clicks. I appreciate you watching, and as always, take care and God bless. And to Officer Islam and Charlie Kirk, rest in peace.